stops with 11 seconds left. What a day for Rodney Peete. 26 of 38, 218 yards and a touchdown.
I don't think there's a quarterback controversy here anymore, without a doubt.
Well, you brought it up earlier on pitch. You thought that Rodney Peete was better for this system than Randall Cunningham.
And it's only by design of what he's been through. You know, he's been through systems that have required for him to think like he's got to think in this offense. Quick decisions, quick passes.
Ball at midfield, tied at 34. Peete to the far side, nearly intercepted by Darrell Green. It would have been his 39th wearing a Redskin uniform, and that's the all-time franchise lead. And now Green can't get to his feet.
Darrell Green gave it up for the Washington Redskins right here. He's got to make this play. He comes up, almost had the interception. Comes down on that shoulder. Boy, excellent play.
Now the Redskin medical staff have to look at Green.
You can listen to him talking to him.
Come on, Miss Green, baby boy. Oh, don't give me a hand here, will you? Mark left. Ready. Get this little nut out of here, y'all. Come here, Otto. Take all the time you need now, dude.
Oh, warrior is Darrell Green, our Fox audio crew.
Outstanding audio. That is the best you will ever see right there.
Well, you heard him at the end kind of laughing.
Yeah, he was laughing with McMillan. McMillan, get out of here. Tell you, you want to know what it feels like to be hurt? That's what goes on. The trainer's taking their time with him. You ready to get up? Are you ready? No, not yet. Laughs it all.
Well, Darrell Green has had what will more than likely be a Hall of Fame career for these Washington Redskins.
Well, I tell you, that's just another example of some of the great work we've had today from our crew. Bill Brown, our producer, Billy McCoy, our director, down there in the truck, doing an excellent job, giving us some great shots.
3rd and 10, the ball at midfield, tied at 34, and Peete lets it fly deep for the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone by Stanley Richard. And the clock has expired. We head for overtime in Philadelphia. Norv Turner and the Redskins rallied from a 10-point deficit here in the final quarter to tie this game at 34. And for Ray Rhodes, he's trying to get his team back to the 500 mark, coming in at 2-3. So at the end of regulation, Ron Pitts, who would have thought we'd have this many points?
I can't help but think right now, when I think about Washington, I got to think about Mitchell. You got to think about special teams. You think about Mitchell and you think about Murray, the kicker, without a doubt, because those are the areas that have kept this team in this game.
Well, we will have the coin toss to determine who gets the football to begin the overtime.
The head, that's the tail. Call it in the air, please. Heads is the call. Let it go. It is heads. Redskins win. You want the football. Kick that way.
So Brian Mitchell will take the field, awaiting the kickoff from Gary Anderson that will start overtime at the vet. Don't you dare turn the dial. Tom Brenneman, Ron Pitts, our entire Fox crew back in Philadelphia. We're at the end of regulation, getting set to start overtime. The Eagles and Redskins even at 34, and Washington will get the football.
You want to talk about what training camp is for? This is one of the things right here that training camp is for. We look at the rules there. 2 timeouts per team. That's probably one of the biggest differences. We got only 2 timeouts.
And obviously the first team to score goes home a winner.
Goes home. But, you know, training camp, this is where you'll learn the little nuances that keep you from making the mental mistakes in this part of the game. Everybody's tired. All right, you're sore. It's been a long one. You know, this is when you have the mental breakdowns. A guy forgets to go here for a coverage. blocks the wrong man there, runs the wrong route. And if you're not in training camp, it's hard to work on those things and really hone those skills.
Well, Brian Mitchell has been the most dangerous man wearing a Washington Redskins uniform here today. He's returned a punt 59 yards for a touchdown. He has the 2 longest kickoff returns in the NFC this season, 59 and 56 yards respectively. He's returned a pair of kickoffs today for 86 yards. And you see our overtime fact. A team that has won the coin toss, well, 58%. That's better than 50-50, my friend.
At 8%, huh?
I doubt very much if Gary Anderson has that on his mind right now as he's preparing to kick to Mitchell. And very quietly, William Bell, late in the game as they try to stay away from Mitchell, has delivered a couple of big returns. Now, Mitchell will not get a chance to bring this one out as Anderson got a full leg into that kick. Gus Farad is hit on 20 of 39, 234 yards. A couple of touchdown throws to Henry Ellard. He's been intercepted once, sacked 3 times.
Gus can come down the field the way he came down the field last series. No problem. No big deal.
I think that's the one thing, Ron, they love about Farad in Washington. They were down 10 here in the 4th quarter. He brings them back, sending it to overtime.
Look for some changes defensively from the Eagles. They're not going to let him go down as easily as he went last time.
Farad comes out throwing, dumps it off to Terry Allen. He breaks the tackle of Gouveia and gains nearly 7. And Gouveia was able to slow him down and trip him up.
You know, talking to Gouveia last night, that's the thing he said. All of a sudden, in the last 5-6 years, the middle linebacker position has changed. I got to cover people now. It used to be that I could sit inside, tighten up my chin strap, put my neck roll on, and take on the run, a la Matt Millen. He said, it's not like that anymore. They got me running around, doing all this crazy stuff. Woo!
Gain of 7, second down and 3. Terry Allen plows his way across the 30 for a Washington first down. Again, Gouveia, the first man to meet him.
You know, we talked about the Washington Redskins line, and the game is coming full circle right now. The dominance should be reinstated right here on this drive. I see it looks as though defensively Philly was a little bit tired. They look a little worn up front. This is when you get those 300-pounders, Giesick, Johnson, and Johnson's not in, but Smith, Brown laying on you, making you even more tired.
Eagles showing blitz. They come with Zordich. Redskins pick it up. Flag down. Far side overthrown to the intended receiver, Henry Ellard. And they'll move back to the Redskins.
Come on, Jerry.
We've seen that already.
Illegal motion, number 21, offense. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Whenever you get that illegal motion on a back like this, most of the time it's because he's going toward the line of scrimmage. And that's, of course, illegal. There he is, 21, Allen. No, that's not what that is. He's moving. He is going toward the line of scrimmage. He's a little early on the snap.
Second down and 15 for Gus Farad. And way off the mark.
Boy, it's a good thing McMillan is 5'8" for Gus Farad's sake. If he's 6'3", he might have that ball.
Well, after the penalty, that was actually a 1st and 15. Now it's 2nd and 15 for the Redskins. We are in overtime at Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia. These two teams coming in at 2 and 3. The winner takes over sole possession behind Dallas for 2nd place in the NFC East. Gus Farad drove his team down the field for a game-tying field goal by Eddie Murray in the final minute. And now on 2nd and 15, Farad steps up, drills the pass, complete to Leslie Shepard. Flag down. more than likely a face mask penalty going to be called against the former Redskin Barry Wilburn.
As you said, Tom, there's another former Redskin.
Personal foul. 15-yard face mask. On number 45, defense. 15 yards from the end of the play. First down.
That's a huge one. That's huge. Shepard, there he is right there. He's going to drag all the way across. Watch Wilburn very carefully. He's going to get face mask all the way. There he is. He's got it. And see the fact that he yanks that around. Oh, he pulled his helmet off his head. Well, I guess that's one reason you don't tighten your chin strap too tight, just in case you get face mask. Well, you always worry about when a guy gets his neck run like that.
Philadelphia has been socked with 11 penalties today for 105 yards. First and 10 for the Redskins. Brian Mitchell.
And see, that's a big penalty. I mean, that's a huge penalty. Because look where that ball is now. Suddenly, you are 15, 20 yards away from being in field goal range and possibly ending this thing if you're the Washington Redskins. All because of a face mask, an intentional face mask.
We're thanking our crew earlier on. Also like to say the same to our statistician, Dick Bossing, and our spotter, the counselor, Terry Keene, with us in the booth here at Veterans Stadium, where we are in overtime. 12:30 left to go. Washington on the move. From the Philadelphia 45, Perrott, great protection. And he just threw that ball away. Defensed beautifully again by Mark McMillan.
He keeps messing around with McMillan. McMillan's a player out there in that corner now. He may be only 5'8", 148. And that's soaking wet at 99% humidity. He's a gamer.
Eddie Murray tied the game for the Redskins at 34 in the final minute of regulation. Will he get a chance to win it in overtime? Third down and 7 for Washington. Need to get to the Philadelphia 38. Westbrook couldn't get it. Bobby Taylor on the coverage.
Boy, they worked on the rookie, worked on him. Rookie on rookie, actually. Just a quick little slant in. Watch Bobby Taylor come up and make the play. No false steps there. If he trips, has a false step, he doesn't make the play. It's a first down. This has been a big come-around game for Bobby Taylor. He's had a lot of question marks over his head. Got his start last week, and what the coaches like is how he hung in there even when he got beat. And it's paying off for him today.
Calvin Martin waiting at his own 10 on this mat turf punt, angling near the sideline. And let's see where they spot it. He may have pinned him inside the 10. Yes, at the 9. 36-yard boot, but placed inside the 10-yard line. You see the Bears rally to beat Carolina. Tampa Bay goes to 4-2, beating Cincinnati. Minnesota behind Robert Smith off to a good start.
That's one of your Buckeyes there.
Buckeyes put a hurting on Penn State yesterday. And Jacksonville. Boy, the Steelers having all kinds of problems, mainly due to injury. So now the first possession for the Eagles in the overtime. They give us to Waters. Broke a couple of tackles and dove ahead for maybe 2 yards.
I noticed Washington snuck down an 8-man front now. Keith Taylor, he came down there and got down with the linebackers. In this part of the field, they're going to go ahead and take their chances there because Philadelphia has not shown any deep balls. We're waiting for that to happen. That's not the character of this offense, but it is in the playbook. Ricky Waters, 19 carries, 108 yards. He's caught 11 passes for 90 yards. The reception made by the tight end Ed West, but right there to wrap him up, middle linebacker Rod Stevens. It'll bring up third down for Philadelphia. If you're just joining us, Waters and Charlie Garner have each gone over the 100-yard mark in rushing today. No
play bigger for the Eagles than this 3rd and 4.